because I refuse to let my fighter get in the ring with someone that has loaded gloves. If this issue isn't resolved, I would not let my fighter into the ring.
They said he was cheating. Loaded gloves, they claimed. His corner refused to let their fighter step in the ring with someone using illegal hand wraps. The accusations flew hot and heavy. They tried to ban Inoue's wraps completely. If this issue wasn't resolved, they wouldn't let their man enter that ring. But Naoya Inoue wasn't bothered by any of it. He was chasing something bigger than controversy. History was calling. A fourth weight division beckoned. His first fight against a reigning unified champion awaited. They said Stephen Fulton was the better boxer. He was bigger, slicker, smarter. He was supposed to expose the monster once and for all. When that opening bell rang, none of their predictions mattered. Naoya Inoue had already conquered 3 divisions with devastating efficiency. Ever since that epic war with Nonito Donaire in the World Boxing Super Series, Inoue had been on an absolute tear, a string of knockouts that left no doubts about his power. That Donaire fight changed everything for the Japanese destroyer. It showed the world he wasn't just another puncher, he was something special. The proof came fast and brutal. Jason Maloney stepped up. Confidence doesn't stop right hands. In round 7, Inoue caught him with a perfect counter. Down went Maloney, crashing hard to the canvas. The knockout was clinical, devastating, final. Inoue made easy work of a quality opponent, finishing him with that signature power that makes fighters think twice. Then came the Donaire rematch. The legendary Filipino had given Inoue hell in their first meeting. This time would be different. This time was a brutal reminder that their first fight was just a mishap in Inoue's development. Round 2 brought the end. Inoue dropped the legend with authority, showing everyone that wars make champions stronger. The second fight wasn't competitive, it was a statement. The path to undisputed at bantamweight had one final obstacle. Paul Butler stepped up as the mandatory challenger. But this wasn't really a fight, this was a coronation. Inoue unified all 4 belts and made it look effortless. Butler came to compete, but quickly realized he was completely outclassed. The British fighter couldn't let his hands go. He feared the punching power coming back at him. Inoue was having fun out there, hands behind his back, treating the undisputed championship like a sparring session. This was supposed to be the biggest fight of Butler's life. For Inoue, it was just another day at the office. Round 11 brought the inevitable conclusion. Undisputed at bantamweight, all 4 belts around his waist. No debate, no controversy. The first Asian fighter in history to achieve undisputed status. But Inoue wasn't satisfied with bantamweight dominance. He wanted the king at 122 pounds. Stephen Fulton was no paper champion sitting on borrowed time. He was the slick, undefeated ruler of super bantamweight. Too big, too smart, too skilled for most challengers. And he'd earned his throne the hard way, fighting quality opposition. First came the WBO title against Angelo Leo. This was a phone booth fight from the opening bell. Leo came to brawl, came to break Fulton down with pressure and power. But Fulton beat the brawler at his own game. He stood in the pocket, traded shots, and proved he had more than just boxing skills. He had heart, toughness, and the ability to win ugly when necessary. The victory made him a legitimate 122-pound champion. Then came the unification bout that really established Fulton's credentials. Brandon Figueroa brought serious pressure and bad intentions to the ring. This was another brutal war that tested every aspect of Fulton's game. Figueroa landed huge uppercuts that would have folded lesser fighters. The Mexican-American pressure cooker never stopped coming forward, but Fulton didn't fold under the assault. He stood his ground, absorbed damage, and gave it right back. That fight proved one crucial thing about Stephen Fulton. He wasn't just slick and skilled. He was tough as nails when the going got rough. Fulton knew defending his crown meant traveling to Japan to face Inoue. He came confident in his abilities, but his team had serious doubts about what they were walking into. The accusations started flying before they even reached Tokyo. They claimed Inoue's hand wraps weren't regulation. Too much tape, excessive wrapping, illegal advantages. They had proof, they said.
Proof where they're wrapping the gloves with an excessive amount of tape all the way up your hair first, and then they add the gauze, and then they add
video evidence showing the wraps going all the way up past the wrist, then gauze, then more tape on top. This wasn't something they were making up. They had documentation ready to present. Fight night arrived with tension thick in the air. In the dressing room, Fulton's team watched every single move. Every wrap, every layer, every piece of tape got scrutinized. They weren't taking any chances with their fighters' safety or the integrity of the bout. But when inspection finished, everything checked out completely legal. No tricks, no illegal advantages, no shortcuts. There would be no excuses when the final bell rang. Only truth and pain would determine the winner. The moment had finally arrived. Time to make believers out of doubters. The task was clear for both men. Fulton had titles to defend. Inoue had history to chase. From the opening bell, Inoue came forward fast, sharp, and completely locked in. No feeling out process. No respect given to the champion. Just pressure, precision, and total authority. His low lead hand immediately caught attention. This wasn't the typical Inoue stance. This was calculated adjustment for a specific opponent.
Time has arrived. Make them believers, he said. The task is in front of him to defend his titles.
Good jab.
Very solid jab from Inoue.
The jab battle started immediately. Everyone had talked about Fulton's excellent jab all week, but what about Inoue's? Sharp, fast, accurate. Every time Fulton tried to establish his rhythm, Inoue beat him to the punch. The right hand started finding its mark early. Then came 4 punch combinations that included devastating body work. Inoue was being patient, controlled, systematic in his destruction. Double jabs followed by right hands became a pattern. Fulton put up his guard and backed away, trying to find balance against the heavy blows coming his way. But Inoue kept stepping forward, calm and controlled in everything he did.
Release from Inoue, now goes upstairs with it, and follows Fulton back to the ropes. That is able to land, and it comes with it again, and then a 4-punch combination that included a left to the body from Inoue.
Fulton is doing a good job in being patient.
Double jab, comes upstairs with the right hand. Fulton puts up the guard and backs out.
Balance from them heavy blows coming from Inoue.
Fulton steps forward, Inoue backs off. We'll see how calm and in control he...
More 4-punch combinations landed clean. The right hand was prominent in every exchange. Levels changed constantly. Upstairs to the head, then down to the body. Fulton was already on his bike, just trying to avoid the incoming shots. The commentators couldn't hide their amazement. With lots of rounds left, Inoue was already making this fight look easy. By round 3, something fundamental had shifted. Fulton looked unsure of himself. His usually sharp footwork had slowed considerably. His jab became muted and ineffective. Inoue's speed and timing were simply overwhelming everything Fulton tried.
He is early on here, as he comes with another 4-punch combination. That right hand in the midst of that. There's that jab, and there are the levels. Went upstairs and then to the body again, Timmy.
On his bike. Just trying to avoid shots now.
Double jab, right hand, then pauses and brings the power right hand.
Storm right now. Fulton using defense, movement to get out of range. Test, a lot of rounds left, but I'm just telling you right now, Inoue's making this fight look easy.
This wasn't just a pressure fighter walking down a boxer. This was the monster outboxing the supposed superior boxer at his own game. The game plan shifted visibly for Fulton. Now he was looking to fight on the front foot instead of boxing from distance. He was looking for opportunities to attack rather than counter. But every adjustment met with perfect responses from Inoue. Body shots, jabs, right hands upstairs. Partially blocked punches still landed with authority. Fulton threw 1-2s, but couldn't pull the trigger consistently. The middle ground was dangerous territory, and if you're going to stay there, you have to throw punches.
The body again with the jab. There's been a point of emphasis early on, and then the right hand up top.
Partially blocked.
1-2 from Fulton.
Opportunities came and went for Fulton. When he got to the inside, he seemed afraid of what was coming back. Inoue's speed was just too blazing fast to handle. Sparring partners can't replicate what Inoue brings with his unique physical gifts. Power uppercuts closed out rounds. Right uppercuts became a signature. The body punch count heavily favored Inoue. An 11-2 advantage in total body shots showed complete domination. His work rate increased as the fight progressed. 2 right hands opened the 4th round. Inoue was getting physical on the inside, showing confidence in every exchange. Fulton came straight back, but wasn't doing anything meaningful. Inoue beat him to every punch, anticipated every movement. Fulton was there in range, but wouldn't pull the trigger consistently.
But he's not pulling the trigger.
Well, it's that middle ground that was the concern. And if you're going to stay there, you got to throw. That up jab is now an opportunity as Fulton was able to get to the inside.
He's afraid for what's going to come back. The speed is too blazing fast.
Tough to replicate with a sparring partner what Inoue and his unique physical gifts offer when you're opposite him. Power. Uppercut, right uppercut to close out round number 3. So many ways. You see the total body punches Inoue with an 11-2.
He was getting outboxed by someone supposed to be primarily a puncher. People get so focused on Inoue's power that they forget he's a supremely intelligent boxer as well. Good combinations kept landing for Inoue. Blood started coming from Fulton's nose. The jab wasn't working at distance for the American champion. He was going to have to make serious changes, major adjustments to become more offensive-minded against the monster. But every time he tried to change rhythm, standing directly in front of Inoue, the advice was simple: use your legs, draw Inoue in. But when Fulton tried to come forward, he wasn't letting his hands go. Fear of what was coming back paralyzed his offense. Every round brought more pressure from Inoue. His combinations started landing at will, sharp, fast, with serious bad intentions behind every shot.
Advantage. He has been increasing his work rate as the fight has moved around in the early stages as he comes with 2 right hands to open up this 4th round. He had 11 total punches.
Getting a little physical on the inside.
Fulton has a lot of confidence.
Catching
as
Inoue,
Naoya
trying to get out.
Came straight back.
Not doing anything. Inoue's beating him to the punch. He's there, but he won't pull the trigger test. He's getting outboxed, and he's supposed to be the superior boxer.
Well, we get so enamored with the power of Inoue and the results. He is a supremely intelligent boxer as well. Good combination from Inoue. More blood coming from the nose.
Fulton's jab.
Fulton needed to change his rhythm completely. Throw feints, use subtle movement, left and right. The few times he managed good combinations came off subtle movement to his right. But these moments were rare exceptions in a sea of Inoue dominance. The sold-out arena in Tokyo created a unique atmosphere. The crowd stayed respectful, polite, restrained, and subdued. So quiet that you could actually hear corner instructions in the middle of exchanges. No matter what position Inoue found himself in, he generated punching power and torque on every shot. Torque perfectly described what made his punching power so special and devastating. The jab became the key to everything. It set up combinations, controlled distance, and kept Fulton off balance. Right hands hurt Fulton when he tried to establish his own offense but got himself out of position. Left hands chopped down at the end of rounds. Every exchange on the inside favored Inoue. Short check hooks landed clean. When Fulton drew fire, Inoue came wrapping around the guard with that right hand and returned fire immediately. Good right hands over the top became counters. Back to the body from Inoue. When Fulton complained about low blows, Inoue dismissed him completely.
It's not working for him at that distance. Folks gonna have to make some changes. Gonna have to make some adjustments
to be more offensive-minded against the monster. As he does for a moment, does Fulton, then backs out with his hands up to take place for Fulton.
Gotta change his rhythm. He's standing directly in front. Use your legs. He can draw in a way. I mean, he tried to come forward, but he's not letting his hands go. He's afraid for what's going to come back. Inoue just landing shots like that. You have to change your rhythm up. You have to. Throw feints. Subtle movement left and right. Heavy.
Yes,
heavy.
He's extremely
and good right hand. Good right hand from Fulton right there. Catching Inoue.
Oh, good combination from Fulton.
And that was off a subtle movement to his right.
Stephen Fulton in an early hole against the monster. Naoya Inoue, who vacated his 4 belts, but so fast and striking and consistent and productive with the jab and his offensive arsenal.
I want you directly in front of me. I don't want you moving anywhere.
The comfort level was obvious. Inoue was cutting off the ring and closing distance at will. The one constant about Inoue is that he never stops hunting for the knockout, always looking for that perfect punch combination to end things. By the end of the 7th round, it was completely one-sided. The end felt inevitable to everyone watching. Then it happened with explosive suddenness. A huge right hand from the monster connected flush. The devastating shot sent Fulton crashing to the canvas, struggling desperately to get back to his feet. Fulton was hurt badly. The monster sensed blood and came forward on the attack, looking to claim 2 more championship belts. Fulton grabbed the ropes, trying to back up into the corner, but Inoue was relentless in his pursuit.
That time he comes in with the left hook. Amazing, in a sold-out arena in Tokyo. The crowd so respectful, polite, restrained, subdued that you can actually hear in the midst of the fight the instructions.
No matter what position he's in, he's able to generate the punching power and torque on his shots.
Torque. That's a perfect description of what makes his punching power special.
He just ran with a combination.
He did.
My goodness.
4-punch combination as he's taking.
It's that jab. That jab.
It's
Mark
been the
said
key.
it. It's been the key.
It has been the key.
Ooh. That right hand hurt Fulton. Trying to establish his own offense, but getting himself out of position.
Short left hand chopped down here at the end of.
That destructive, decisive power had done it again. The monster was now a 4-division world champion, stamping his authority in Tokyo. In his very first fight at 122 pounds, Naoya Inoue didn't ask for a tune-up opponent. He went straight for the undefeated unified champion and broke him completely. No controversy, no excuses, no asterisks. Just pure skill, speed, and violence.
Round number 6. Fulton trying to exchange on the inside. And Inoue getting the better of it again. Short check hook that time.
Check hook
that time as Fulton crossed the threshold. There's Fulton on the inside, wrapping around the guard with that right hand. And Inoue comes right back at him. Returns fire immediately.
Fulton was supposed to be the slickest test of Inoue's career. Instead, he became a monster had arrived in a new weight class and made it crystal clear that the throne now belonged to him. 4 divisions conquered, multiple legends defeated, championship after championship claimed. And somehow, watching him celebrate in that Tokyo ring, it still feels like Naoya Inoue is just getting started on his path to boxing immortality.